What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE's plans for Stone Cold leaked, the WWE superstar's huge new deal with the WWE, a new NXT superstar makes a huge debut, Rampage ratings falling hard, an accusation at the Big Show, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at WWE's plans for Stone Cold leaked. Now, we're on that question that the WWE wants to know the answer to. Is Stone Cold coming back to the WWE for a match at WrestleMania 38? While we have yet to hear a definite answer, there are more rumors as to how the WWE will book the Texas Rattlesnake if he decides to return. Dave Meltzer recently commented on the Wrestling Observer Radio that the WWE is still intent on pitting Kevin Owens against Austin. Meltzer noted that while Seth and KO are currently embroiled in the hunt for the Raw Tag Team Championship, that program is going to finish soon, and with it, the partnership of Raw's Visionary and Owens. Next up, Pat McAfee talks Cody Rhodes coming to WWE. Is Cody Rhodes coming to the WWE? Well, that's a question fans are speculating on, as well as current SmackDown color commentator Pat McAfee. Pat discussed the rumors during his Pat McAfee show with a tongue-in-cheek take on things, saying, "I guess Cody Rhodes is coming to WWE. I guess, who cares? Him and his little friend started something. It was terrible. We actually went head-to-head with them on Wednesdays. We beat them a couple of different times. Who cares? The hell with Cody Rhodes." A Pat's reference to NXT beating Dynamite in the ratings twice during the year-and-a-half Wednesday Night War shows why he's one of the WWE's funniest personalities, as well as a big fan. Pat pointed out he was just kidding and added that he's pumped about Cody heading back to the WWE, and if he's coming to SmackDown, I'm excited about it. However, Pat couldn't hold back the jokes for long and teased that the WWE should revive Cody's Stardust character, a character which precipitated Cody's exit from the WWE as he felt it epitomized the company's inability to use him effectively. Next up, a WWE superstar's huge new deal with the WWE. A big news for AJ Styles fans, as Fightful Select is reporting on the details of the Phenomenal One's new deal with the WWE, revealing Styles' new salary is over $3 million annually, and that the WWE is also paying for a special bus accommodations for the two-time WWE champion. Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton provided further details on Styles' situation. Styles' original WWE contract was set to expire in the spring and summer and would have had him hit free agency for the first time since leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling before he signed with the WWE in January of 2016. WWE officials expected Styles to have plenty of suitors, and word is that, as was the case with some other big names in the company, WWE wanted to get AJ's deal extended before he could even hit free agency and talk to any other promotion. The 44-year-old superstar hasn't lost a step in the ring, and like many veterans, he's wisely changed his style to hide the inevitable limitations imposed by the aging process. Styles' ability to work with any style opponent and decades of experience make him a valuable commodity in the WWE, and as just mentioned, likely would have led to some big money offers from other wrestling companies. Styles seems to be WWE for life, as he has previously expressed his wish to finish his wrestling career in the WWE and work in a non-wrestling capacity, perhaps even working as Shawn Michaels does in helping new stars hone their skills. For now though, Styles seems more focused on securing a dream match at WrestleMania 38 against Hall of Famer Edge. Next up, a WWE veteran blasts their use of Bobby Lashley. While it took many years for the WWE to give Bobby Lashley a main event level push, said push as well as the Almighty's efforts led to unqualified success, including 2 reigns as WWE Champion. Hall of Famer Bobby Ray Dudley can't believe the way the WWE treated Lashley at the recent Elimination Chamber event where he defended the championship in the chamber. Speaking on Busted Open Radio, Dudley argued, "Give the champion his due. The champion should be coming out last. Seriously, just what is the big deal if Brock Lesnar comes out first? I'm not saying put him out there second or third or fourth." Professional wrestling's tradition of having champions come out last to the ring has been fallen by the wayside in WWE, with some exceptions, so Dudley shouldn't have been surprised at Lashley's entrance. I mean, even Goldberg came out second in the Universal Championship match. However, Bubba's critique did raise a good point, the elevation of Brock Lesnar over nearly everyone on the WWE roster. Bobby Lashley looks so good and wrestles so well, there is just a plethora of great things Bobby Lashley does. However, the minute Brock Lesnar steps back in the picture, Bobby gets pushed to the side on many fronts. Send him out last, give the champion his entrance, give him some pyro, give him some fanfare. Brock dominating the majority of the WWE roster has been standard operating procedure for much of the Beast's career, and with the WWE likely putting Roman Reigns over Lesnar's expense at Mania, you can be sure the WWE doesn't want anyone to upstage Lesnar. Next up, a new NXT superstar makes a dynamic debut. There's a new female competitor in the WWE and she's already making waves. WWE superstar Nikita Lyons debuted on this week's edition of NXT 2.0, defeating Kayla Inlay in a dominant performance that earned accolades from the fans. Sportskeeda provided some details on Lyons, aka Faith Jeffries. Before signing with the WWE, the 22-year-old Las Vegas native worked as a multi-talented entertainment professional, author, and MMA fitness coach. She also starred in the TV series Wow Superheroes, produced by Women of Wrestling. Congratulations to Lyon on her auspicious start. Next up, Goldberg talks anger with superstars using the spear. And Bill Goldberg's rise to fame saw him use the spear, making it into one of wrestling's most spectacular moves and a dollar bill signature move. However, there was a time when Big Bad Bill wasn't happy with other wrestlers using the move. During a recent appearance on Dr. Bo Hightower's YouTube channel, Goldberg revealed, "About 15 to 20 superstars at WWE use it, and I used to hate it, but now I like it. I like it because you can see them do it, and then you see the master do it, and there's a huge difference. And if I like you, I'll let you live through it. If I don't like you, I'll put my head right in the middle of your chest, and you'll be in the hospital." So that was the allure of my character. You had to sit at the edge of your seat because you had no idea what was going to happen. And you knew it was going to happen quickly, but you had to focus and you had to be attentive at what was going on because you'd miss it. Goldberg still has the spear down to a science, but the argument can be made that wrestlers like Edge and Roman Reigns have perfected the move as well. What do you think of Goldberg's comments? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Rampage's ratings are falling hard. There's bad news for AEW Rampage as the promotion's Friday night show scored a wretched rating last week. WrestleNomics' Brandon Thurston is reporting Rampage drew 471,000 viewers and a 0.20 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic on TNT at the 7 PM Eastern time slot. Last week the show did 549,000 viewers and a 0.19 rating, which was the lowest key demo since December 31st. However, this week's episode was the lowest total viewership the show has done since December, likely because it aired 3 hours earlier than it normally does. The question, of course, is whether AEW needs to be concerned about Rampage's hit and miss ratings. While Rampage performs better than the price 18 to 49 demographic, there's no denying the show's ratings and demographics are all over the place, sometimes drawing over 600,000 and sometimes under 500,000. Now, it is worth noting that Rampage airs later, 10 PM Eastern, than other wrestling shows like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Dynamite, which often diminishes ratings. AEW should examine its show and try to figure if there's any pattern to the ratings performance, such as appearance by certain stars, marquee matches, or something else. Warner Media may be happy with the current ratings, but AEW shouldn't let things fluctuate if it can avoid it, especially when it comes to negotiating a new television deal. And finally, Big Show Accusation. A former Spirit Squad member, Johnny Jetta, is speaking out against Paul White, aka former WWE superstar The Big Show, labeling the big man as a big bully. Jetta recently appeared on Rene Dupree's Cafe de Rene podcast, calling the time The Big Show allegedly beat him up for real on television. I would have handled the situation differently. It's not like I will go to the FM Big Show and go, "You son of a bitch, how dare you put my career on the line or my job on the line or my health and safety on the line by legitimately beating me up in the ring like that on live television." I had a lot of feelings about it, but it isn't just something you can voice out. So far, Paul White hasn't commented on the accusation, and it's unknown whether the alleged incident was an accident or intentional. Well, there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.